Stop me if you have heard this before, that ranging markets are impossible to trade. In this video, I am going to show you exactly how to trade a ranging market. And by the end, you are going to have a strategy that you can use to profit even when the market seems to be stuck in a box. We are looking at Nasdaq right now, and it has been ranging for 3 weeks. Now, the real question is, have you been profiting from this range that the Nasdaq has been creating? Because ranges can be gold mines if you know exactly what you're doing in the market. We have been profiting for the last 3 weeks from the Nasdaq because of this range that has just formed. But they can also be a trap. So now the only key is knowing when the range is about to break, and that, my friends, is what we're going to be talking about today, because this range will definitely break. But the $1,000,000 question is, which way? Now, we are currently trending to the upward side, which makes a bullish breakout very interesting on the Nasdaq. But remember, we have fundamentals to take into consideration. Last Friday's NFP numbers came out lower than expected. And what does that mean for the Nasdaq? Well, it could mean, in short, easier monetary policy, which is, yes, good for the stock, because a lower than expected NFP report can suggest a slowing growing economy. This could lead to the Federal Reserve to be less aggressive with the interest rate hike, which, like I said, is also going to be positive for the stocks like, Nasdaq, as it makes borrowing cheaper and it can boost all of that, investor confidence. But then you understand that it's not that simple, right? It's, fundamentals go deeper than that. And this week, let's just look onto a calendar right now. This week, we have Mr. Powell speaking twice this week. We also have CPI on Wednesday. I mean, volatility is practically guaranteed in the market this week, and I will show you just how I am planning to navigate these markets, especially when I'm going to be trading my prop firm accounts. Now, enough about that. Let's dive straight onto the weekly analysis. Now, if you are new to the channel, welcome. We trade the Nasdaq over here. If you're returning, welcome back. You already know what's up. Don't forget, hit that like button, turn on your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. You feel me? Let's talk about the Nasdaq. On the daily time frame, see this resistance level. Do you guys notice anything interesting here? Yes, the sellers got rejected hard on Friday, but here's the thing: this resistance is sitting right below recent highs, and you know what that means, right? Stop losses. There are a lot of stop loss orders at the top there, a whole bunch of them. This means that I am seeing this as a liquidity pool waiting to be tapped. I want to see these stop losses getting taken out, and that's confluence point number one, right? That's a really juicy target for a potential breakout. Now, where do you want to be a buyer if things pull back, right? Check out these levels, because you don't just want to be biased to one side. You never know how the market is actually going to react. I honestly am praying that the market opens with a gap, because we always profit when the market opens with a gap. But if it does not, and then just pulls back to these levels, they line up perfectly with this trend line. This isn't just another support area. That's our point of interest, right? So here's the plan, guys. Option number one, price drops to our point of interest. This is a really sweet spot right here at the trend line, and we will see a strong bounce and some bullish price action. We're going straight for that, right? We're going to go long, targeting those highs and beyond, because if we break out of the highs, we're just going to now fly up like gold. Now, this is if the price comes to this level. And then option two, price just takes off from where it is right now straight and then breaks through the resistance like it's not even there, right? That's the breakouts we've all been hunting from last week. And when it happens, then we strike right into the trades. Now let's refine this on the 4-hour time frame. Here is our point of interest. We want to see a pullback to this level, right in line with this trend line, before we think about an entry. Or, like I said, we just want to see a breakout. That's just one and the same thing on the daily time frame and also on the 4-hour time frame. And look at that, right? That's the range that we've been talking about all this time. It's as clear as what? As mud, right? That's it on the Nasdaq. Let's check out two of your favorites, that is gold and US30, right? What are they telling us? All right, let's talk about US30 first. This setup that you're seeing right now, I actually shared this in my free Telegram group last Friday. Now, if you are not in it, check out the link in the description below and make sure to join that group so you don't miss out on these good setups. But look at what happened, right? The price broke through the trend line, right, that I had drawn, and then it also broke out of the support area that I had marked up, and that was game over for the particular setup because sellers were clearly in control. You have to pay attention to detail, right? So just because I had dropped the setup and then it didn't mean that it was going to get respected. This is a clear example when a setup gets disrespected, when the price break through the targeted points or the points of interest that we are looking at and then closes outside of those levels, then that's already the setup disrespected, right? So make sure you always pay attention to detail. Even these levels that I'm marking up right now, pay attention to when the price comes to those zones and not just go into the trades just because you are biased to a certain side. Now we are trending to the upward side, but we have broken through one support. What's next, right? Let's look at the most recent support areas right here and right here. If we jump to the daily time frame, these areas of support become even clearer, right? Just like with the Nasdaq, we are now looking for one of two things. One, that's the drop to our point of interest, one of these support zones, and then we see a strong rejection, maybe a bullish engulfing candle or a bullish doji. Then yes, we're going to go in long. And then the second thing is we want to see a straight push breaking through all these highs, and that will be a powerful move, right? And we want to always be ready for that. Nothing too complicated, right? Now let's talk about gold. Now gold, as I am seeing it right now, it is all about price action. This is just simple candlestick reading that we're looking at. Just check this out. We had new highs, right? Before the market closed, gold gave us new highs. Then the sellers pushed the price down, forming this wick that we have here. But notice something even more interesting, right? Before that wick formed, we had this first bearish candle after a series of bullish candlesticks, right? So the buyers had been pushing this price to the upside. And then now we can see a sign, that the sellers are starting to step into this market, especially that bearish candlestick and then a wick, right? The buyers had pushed the price to form new highs. The sellers stepped in and then they just dropped the price right back down. What does that tell us, right? Sellers are starting to flex their muscles here and we have to let them do their thing for a while, right? So, if you like to sell, probably that would be a good spot for you. But then since we're going to go with the overall trend, we will leave the sellers to do their things right now and we'll wait. We are patient. We are looking for a drop to this support area here. That's where we want to start looking for buying opportunities. Maybe we'll see also a bullish engulfing candle as soon as we get to this level, because that's one of my favorite rejection candlesticks, or even the dodgy candlestick that I spoke about, right? Something like that. Or we can look at this overall support area, which by the way was once the all-time highs, not even long ago, right? Just recently, I think last week, these were the all-time highs that gold just broke out of. And so that's a serious level of support there that might want to just get retested. So if price drops into this zone, we are looking to buy. Simple as that. So there you have it, guys. Nasdaq, US30, and gold. I am honestly looking forward to a great week. Now, if you did enjoy this video, which I know you did, don't forget to hit that like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. You feel me with that? It's been Tino, and I'll see you in the next lit video. Peace.
Find your loving, I better find your heart. I better find your loving, I better find your heart. I better find your loving, I better find your heart. I better find, give all my love, and nothing's gonna tear us apart.